Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, what's going on? It's Robert Walkner here from CoinOpTV, live streaming a podcast with my buddy Dan from DisneyCodes.com. We're going to talk about the Nintendo NX, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2, a new Funko Pop that was announced, and chat with Dan about a little some of the things that he does. This is kind of a new thing for me, getting into the little podcasting area, doing some live streaming. We're going to talk to the chat room or respond to some questions as well as we go. There may be some bumps and bruises as this is the first time I'm doing this and messing around. So let me just go ahead and refresh the stream there, make sure we are in visual. There we go. I see us on there. So let me introduce Dan. Dan, you are the man. There you go. I got you on camera. So there's Dan.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good. This is the first time I'm doing sort of a real Google Hangout thing. So, forgive me if I'm pushing the wrong button at the wrong time. But we are broadcasting, and I do see that there appears to be some people in chat. Hello, can you read us loud and clear? All right, I'll type that in chat and see who's around. So Dan, are you a Nintendo fanboy?
I am a Nintendo enthusiast. I have owned every Nintendo console. I have not been so steadfast in my loyalty to the handheld games, but I do have my 3DS that I occasionally will fire up when I'm bored or on a road trip. But yes, I am a Mario, Metroid, and Zelda enthusiast, and I enjoy playing all of those games. There's yet to be one that I have not played and mastered.
Oh, mastered! Wow, that's more advanced than me. Well, we have it's April 2016, and Nintendo sort of officially announced a little more information on what they're going to do with their Nintendo NX, sort of via Twitter, and then kind of a press release. So that's kind of the first news item that I want to talk about with you guys here. Yes, it's exciting. So the Nintendo confirmed that the NX will launch March 2017. And also then it sort of talked about a little bit about what they're going to do at E3. It says The Legend of Zelda will be like the only game that they're really going to showcase at E3 this year on the Wii U version, but it says it sort of promises that the Legend of Zelda will also come available to the NX when the time comes, presumably in March. Let's see, I'm looking at the press release here. It says Nintendo changes its approach to the show every year. This June, Nintendo will focus its attention on upcoming game Legend of Zelda franchise in order to provide attendees a complete immersion. That's why they're going to go with the single formula there. My big question is, will there be amiibos there? Because that's one of my things as a toy amiibo collector. I'm wondering, well, are they going to show amiibo or anything like that? So Dan, does this strike you is this shocking? Is this news interesting to you?
It is pretty interesting to me because for so long, Nintendo has been like this niche little game console. You've got the nunchucks and the gamepad, and you've got the GameCube. It's just always, Nintendo's always just been this weird little console, and it seems like they're finally like, no, it's time now. It's time for us to be like on top of our game with the latest chips and the latest logic boards and the best graphics, and we're going to release a console that, they're not going to release a franchise of games. Like, I remember when they brought out the Ghostbusters game across all the consoles, and they're gorgeous and beautiful, except for the Wii U. It was like Ghostbusters cartoon on the Wii, and so they're like, no more of that. We're a top contender now, and so I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see what they create and what they do with their own unique Nintendo style. Because they've always got to do something weird and wacky, which I'm okay with. I'm not complaining. But do they always announce when they're going to be amiibos though at these big shows? Are they always like, hey, we're going to be there and there's going to be some new amiibos, or they normally enter the press release? How does that work? Because I'm not amiibo. I have two amiibos.
You only have two amiibo? You're like a Toys to Life guy.
Dude, my wife would probably divorce me if I started collecting amiibos, because I've got all the Lego Dimensions. I've got all the Disney Infinity. Amiibos would just push it way over the edge. So
Yeah, I definitely have slowed down on amiibo collecting. Generally, you kind of sort of find out maybe from like Kotaku and Polygon articles what the new amiibos are going to be there. I'm not quite sure if Nintendo sort of says in press releases, hey, we're going to show off these 3 or 4 or 5 amiibo or something, but I hope that they will be there because it's really going to be strange because I don't have. Dan, have you ever been to E3 before?
I have not. In fact, the D23 this past year, which we met in passing, and you gave me a lovely Batman keychain. D23 was my first convention that I've ever been to in all of my days. So, and then followed up by New York Comic Con. So, but I've never been to an E3.
So E3, the Nintendo booth at E3 is gigantic. It's like, massive. And generally there's multiple games. There's the different consoles, the handhelds, and the Wii system stuff. So it's weird for me to think like, wow, this is going to be a big giant space with one video game to showcase. So
it seems like a lot of people are dialing back. Isn't a lot of people have been like, no, we're not going to do much at E3 this year. Sorry, because I believe Disney said they're not going to present anything there, right? Who are some of the other people that are like, nope, we're not going to be there?
Well, the big one was EA. They're going to do like an off-site thing that's fan and media next door at the Microsoft Center or whatever they're calling it. And then I think Activision is not going to have an official booth, and Disney and Wargaming is another booth that's really big, a massive PC game, Wargaming. They do like World of Tanks and stuff like that. So their booth won't be there either.
So who's going to be at E3 this year? It's going to be like nothing.
Me and crickets. We're we're going to be walking around. Apparently Nintendo will be there with the Legend of Zelda for the Wii U, showing it off. So that's.
And are they just? Is this like they're? Did they not say that they're just kind of like done now? Like there's not going to be any more titles that they're going to be. They're just going to wait now until the new console comes. Like so, everyone take some time and catch up on the games you've been missing and haven't had a chance to play yet because there's not anything else coming for the current consoles. Is that what they said?
They didn't say that in today's like information. There'll still be like the the Miimoto, the app or whatever. Maybe there'll be some updates to that. Maybe we'll get like another app or something that comes out. They'll probably sneak out a few games, but as far as like their AAA large release kind of thing, that's Zelda or Mario or something like that. Those will probably be on kind of soft hold, at the moment. So this Christmas will probably be Legend of Zelda, I guess, with the Wii. I don't even think that has a release date. I'll have to double check that if that even has like an official release date.
I will play that same storyline over and over and over again because it always boils down to the same darn game. But I don't care. I am just addicted to everything that is Legends of Zelda. I can't even handle it. It's like my juice. I need it. I need my Zelda. I need my Zelda.
So we are live streaming. Let me give a little shout out to some of the people who've been kind enough to jump in. James, Side Gaming, Netra Gaming, Trevon, Arcade Games. Some people I haven't seen before. Maybe some of these are your followers. I don't know if you tweeted this out at all, but Sprinkles Cat TV and J Dogs and a bunch of others. Trevon wants to know, where is E3? E3 is in Los Angeles. Somebody wants to know if Thriller Pete Buzzwing is out yet. No, that's a Skylander. Haven't seen him out in stores. And Arcade Game wants the Virtual Boy too. I'm sure he or she is joking around with that. Did you ever play with the Virtual Boy, Dan?
I was a massive Virtual Boy fan. I loved way ahead of its time. So way ahead of its time. And I remember my Virtual Boy, the battery pack like broke on it. And so we had to go to like Radio Shack and like special order this weird like adapter you could like hook onto the back because it had like batteries in the back of the controller. And I remember that maybe I don't know, 2 weeks after owning it, the stand cracked and wouldn't stay upright anymore. And so I was like, so you'd have to like pile a bunch of books up, or you'd have to rig some kind of special thing just to be able to play it because the stand was broken on it. But still loved my Virtual Boy, loved it.
All right, we're going to move over to our second topic here, which is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. I'm going to attempt to do a screen share. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if this crashes things. All right, there you go. You guys present that to everyone.
Awesome. I see it.
There we go. But you talked, so then it went back on to you. Let me see. I don't know how to avoid that.
Maybe I'll just stop talking.
So let me get to the press release on that. This is a couple of days ago. We got this press release. So Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 is going to allow 10 hours of free up until May 10th, 2016 on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and the Windows PC. Let me stop screen sharing and get back to me. There you go. So I'm a big fan of Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Been playing it a lot. Been live streaming it. Let me give you some more information. It says to get started for free, download the game from the Xbox Marketplace, the PlayStation Store, or Origin.com. Players who wish to continue the epic battle after their trial can purchase the full game and keep all of their progress. So that's good. If you get to some progress and level up, you can keep that after the trial. And then it says members who unlock achievements. Origins members also saves 10% when they purchase Plants vs. Zombie Garden Warfare 2 digitally. So you get some digital love there. So Dan, are you... have you played some Plants vs. Zombies at all in your life? Is this a thing?
I have. I'm a big tower defense fan. I remember, what was it? Warcraft 3 was like the first big, they had like a hidden tower defense level. I remember playing that and loving it. And I know that this is kind of like, Plants vs. It's kind of like a tower defense game. And I played the original mobile version of it, and it was great. I enjoyed it. But I haven't dabbled into all this new. Is it? Tell me, Rob, is it worth my time? Should I check this game out?
This is a big deal for me because we're now in April 2016. For me, game of the year has been Plants vs. Zombie Garden Warfare 2. Now, I wasn't too excited about Plants vs. Zombie Garden Warfare 1. First of all, it was originally an Xbox One exclusive. I don't have an Xbox One, so I had to wait like a year for it to come out. And then when I finally got it, I wasn't that impressed. But this time around, we get multiplayer and a single player. We get co-op. We got lots of awesome online stuff. Graphics are smooth. New characters like Rose and Super Brains, I think, is a new character. Some new characters. So they added a lot to it. And all the content that you get is like free. You get like new maps and new characters and stuff. So Dan, with this news, and you've never played Plants vs. Zombie Garden Warfare 2, it's a handful to say.
Yeah, it is.
Do you think you'll commit to the 10 hours of free to experience things on PlayStation 4? Do you have a PlayStation 4?
I do have a PlayStation. I don't even just have a PlayStation 4. I have like the very attractive Darth Vader PlayStation 4.
Ooh,
yeah, I know. I went as soon as they're like, we're going to do a PlayStation 4.5. I'm like, no. So, but yes, I will. I'll check it out. I saw the trailer for it and it looked really awesome. I was like, this is not the Plants vs. Zombies game that I'm familiar with. So I am super excited because it's bright, colorful, full of fun. I think it's going to be awesome. I want to play it. I really want to play it now.
Yeah, get it on the PS4, and so we can friend up, and we can do like co-op missions and tower defense, and mess around. We can do that together. Let me see what the people in the chat are saying. I'm not copying. Fred said that the confirmed Legend of Zelda will be coming out March 2017. Okay, so maybe not Christmas release. Trevor wants to know, Daniel, how many Skylanders and DisneyInfinity figures do you have?
I have 0 Skylanders. I am not a Skylanders guy whatsoever. Once again, as I mentioned earlier, my wife would leave me if I decided to also collect Skylanders. There's too many. Rob, how many Skylanders are there? You've got to know. There's like 500 now, right, or something?
With all the variants and stuff, there's probably close to that.
It's crazy.
I think I might have about 200 plus.
No, really?
Maybe even more.
Wow.
At least 200, because each game, there's 5 games, and each game is like about 40 or 50 figures. So,
wow, that's crazy.
Just guessing without the variants. If there's any Portal Masters in chat, let us know how many Skylanders there are. Sprinkles Cat TV wants to know how many topics we're gonna do. We're gonna do 3 tonight, and then I'm gonna show off a cool thing that Dan sent me after and follow up with some questions. J Dog says, I don't like the NX much means what you have to do if you ever want to play shooting games. I'm not sure what he's asking there. Nicholas wants to know, will there be a Disney Infinity 4.0? We'll circle back on that at the end. Hold that thought, Nicholas. I'll give you a little teaser there. All right. Yes, people are talking about Disney Infinity. Of course, you're a Disney Infinity person. We'll talk about that shortly. Let me get into topic 3. Okay. Topic 3, and this I got to do the photo for this one. Did the photo work out? Did everybody see the photo before when I shared it in chat? Hopefully so, because this deserves a photo.
I saw it, and then my fat mouth talked, and then it switched back over to me. So,
all right, let me try and share this photo. Present to everyone. Okay. Okay, so item number 3 here, news item number 3. So I'm a Funko guy. I like the Funko minis, mystery minis, but I do collect some of the Funko Pops. And Funko sort of announced in their newsletter that they're going to do a Funko Pop All-American Freddy. The All-American Freddy Funko Pop is $14.99, limited to 1 per person. I think you order this from the store. It says, this is the All-American Freddy Funko, isn't biased towards any team in particular. He loves football, perfect for Funko collecting football fans. He stands approximately 3.75 inches tall and is exclusive to Funko's shop online. So that's, let me unshare this now. Stop presenting. Okay, and let me get back to me. There we go. So I'm a little wishy-washy of a football fan, but I did notice that last year and earlier this year that Funko really kind of made an attempt to get a football brand out there. They had some quarterbacks and some famous.
I feel like
all-star
they're moving into
people.
sports like much more than they have been previously with wrestling, and with a lot of wrestling recently I've been seeing a lot of, and I think the basketball, there's some basketball guys now, so I see they're making that big push.
Yes, and Dan is also a Funko Pop collector. So apparently your wife hasn't killed you that you were able to get Funko Pops. How many of those do you have?
I have to limit. We're big. My daughter is a big surprise egg YouTube, mystery blind box kind of fan, and so we love the blind boxes in our house. We've got it's blind box galore, and we are almost done with the mystery mini princess Disneys, except Walgreens. Where are the boxes, Walgreens? Where are they? No one can find them, except for a few.
I'll call my man at Walgreens now. Hang on, Stan.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm a big Funko fan. I've limited myself to some Disney, but primarily Muppets and Ghostbusters are what I like to collect. And with Funko, you've got to have a goal, because if you don't know what you want to collect, your collection will just keep growing, and you'll just buy Funko that you don't need. And so yeah, but I'm a Funko fan, but I've got to limit it. I've got to keep it. And I just got that exclusive 4-pack of the Ghostbusters where they're all covered in marshmallow. It's on its way. I just found one for a really great price, so I'm super excited.
It's on its way, just in time for the movie and the Ghostbusters hype. Yeah, I'm a Funko Pop collector, not heavy duty. I get a few here and there, but I think this is kind of an interesting thing, because if you like football but you don't want to commit to a team, or if you live in a state or city that doesn't have a football team, now you've got sort of generic football guy that you can kind of put on your desk or in your collection.
How do you feel though about the Freddy Funko just in general? Because there's a lot of them now, and I don't know. I mean, I really don't have any. There's no appeal to me to want the Freddy Funko. I mean, I don't understand what the big draw is on the Freddy Funko. I just don't know. Maybe I'm just not indoctrinated into the Funko world enough to know what the big deal about Freddy Funko is, but.
Yeah, I don't. Is that as the Funko mascot? I'm not that huge of a Funko person, but I guess maybe that's the generic mascot guy. But the helmet comes off, so that's cool. Let me see. Let me try and reshare the image again for the people tuning in. There we go. So there's Freddy Funko. We got the helmet comes off, football in his right hand, and he's got the little marks under his eyes there to protect him from the sun reflection. So
I don't think there's many Funkos out there that have removable accessories, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that was the first thing that I noticed was the helmet coming off. I thought was pretty cool. I'm trying to stop presenting to everybody. There we go. the presenting to everybody thing is a little tricky to me here. You guys let me know in chat if that worked out okay or not for you, if you like the visual aids.
What's your most favorite Funko that you have right now?
Well, the most recent one I got was the Voltron Funko Pop, which
nice.
Looks pretty cool. I'm a fan of robots and giant robots,
giant mechanized cats.
Yeah, giant robots and Voltron definitely. So,
but is that your favorite Funko Pop you have right now, or like do you have like a favorite?
Probably that one. Even though that's the most, yeah, because I was like anticipating and waiting for that, and then when I picked it up, I was like, okay, that one looks really good. I like it all. I've only got a few. Like I might have 10 total. So, and I don't like any of the Marvel ones because the bobblehead things. So they were like, I would say like I have a Captain America one that looks cool, but the fact that he bobbleheads, it doesn't appeal to me.
I have a BB-8 bobblehead on my dashboard that I just silly puttied him right to my dashboard, and he just hangs out there and cruises around with me. But yeah, the bobblehead thing is a little bit of a put off. But I've got the Hatbox Ghost from the Disney parks, and he's one of my favorites. I love Haunted Mansion. It's my favorite ride at Disney, and so I was excited to get a hold of him. He's pretty rare. So.
Oh yeah. We got the Haunted Mansion Tsum Tsums, Disney Tsum Tsums out now.
Yeah.
Are you gonna collect those? I'm a Tsum Tsum collector. Here, let me see. I've got some of those near me. Here's Star-Lord, Peter Quill.
I don't know. I feel like they're just really expensive for what they are. It's like you can't do. What do you do with them? And they're like,
stack them. Here, let me demonstrate. You take
$15 a piece or something.
You take like two, and then you put the third one on top, and then boom, you've got a stack. That's all you can do with them, really.
That's all. Well, I hear like the medium and large ones are like actually decent size, like pillows and stuff. But
yeah, you can use a pillow or something like that with the Tsum Tsums if you like.
But yeah, I saw those Haunted Mansion Tsum Tsums, and they were pretty cool. But I don't know if I will dabble in that. So we'll see.
All right, let me see if we get any Funko talk here going on. People are still sort of talking about the NX. That's cool. Trevin says, I can't wait for the Finding Dory PlayStation for Nemo. I guess we'll jump in and talk about some Disney Infinity in a second here. Somebody with a name I can't pronounce, IOZ says Muppets. I think he's talking about your background there. You got a cool Muppets thing. What do you guys think? Arcade games, what do you think about the new Ghostbusters movie coming out? So Dan, have you seen the trailer for the Ghostbusters movie?
I am a massive Ghostbusters fan. There's like one of the original movie posters. You can't see it. It's behind the computer right now, but I have a framed like old school movie poster from the original Ghostbusters. I'm a massive Ghostbusters fan. And I'm also a big fan of the Paul Feig films. I think that they're all pretty great. I think that Melissa McCarthy and that gang, Kristen Wiig, they're all very funny individuals. And I think that it will be an interesting and unique take on Ghostbusters. And I'm sure that I will enjoy it pleasantly. It probably won't be my favorite movie of all time. It's hard to match the greatness that is the original Ghostbusters film, but I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be fun, and I don't have any problem with it, and I'm excited for it, and I think it's going to open up a whole new realm of new Ghostbusters fans that'll revitalize the franchise and maybe make more and interesting things happen. I don't think it's a bad thing whatsoever, and I think that everyone who is always poo-pooing about it needs to just calm down. Let's see the movie. It's not going to be for everybody, but not every movie's for everybody. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of the movie?
I honestly haven't even seen the trailer. I saw the reactions to the trailer, and it turned me off a bit. And I was just like, I'll catch the movie. Maybe we'll see. Somebody has to text me and go like, Rob, the Ghostbusters movie is really great. You need to see it. We got too many other great movies coming out. Captain America, X-Men, Doctor Strange, all these Marvel movies. The Ghostbusters is very low on my priority list.
If you're going to watch the trailer, watch the international trailer. That one is cut way, way better than the domestic trailer.
All right, let me show off some swag. So Dan makes these awesome custom one-of-a-kind Disney Infinity Power Disc. He made this one of me with my CoinOpTV robot on there, and you can see the back. It's a sort of a custom-made sort of a sticker thing he put on there. So Dan, what's the genesis of this? What was the first Power Disc you made, and who'd you make it for? What kind of?
I think I made one. I made a John Vignacchi deep bench power disc. I think that was the first. I think that was the first one I made. I think I made a John Vignacchi deep bench and then an Alison Petrick Olaf socks costume change, and then it kind of evolved from there. Where every episode of Toy Box TV, someone would do ridiculous something, and I would make ridiculous. I think I made a hand model power disc for Tyler and a purple pants power disc for Jason Moffat, and it just kind of spiraled and rolled out of there. And next thing I know, I've got like a stack of these custom power discs, and now I have a little Etsy shop where people can hop on and order one if they want, and I make them for people's birthdays and stuff. It's just a fun. I taught myself how to do Photoshop, and I have been making them, and it's been pretty awesome.
So is the website, is it DisneyInfinityCodes.com? Is that how we can get linked to your Etsy shop?
Yeah. You can check me out there, and if you want one, if you're also desperate to have a custom power disc, I'm more than happy to whip one up for you. So
I haven't put that one on the base yet. I'll have to see what it was originally. Does this have electronics? Does it do anything?
Yeah, it's a real power disc. I believe it's bolts.
Bolt. Okay, one of the common bolts. So
yeah. Well, you've got a little bolt there over next to you. You've got the little white dog. So you got I was thinking ahead. I was trying to make it work.
So let me look at the chat here. Nicholas says, do you have the Duffy Tsum Tsum? I don't have the Duffy Tsum Tsum. Oi Zukan says that's the way he pronounces his name. J-Dog says, I love Ghostbusters. My mom watched and told me I loved it. I'm a big fan of like the original Ghostbusters 1. I have it on Blu-ray. Great and classic. Cy Gaming is ready for Civil War. Let's talk some Disney Infinity, Dan. So somebody was asking, I think earlier, about like what we're excited about. We've got some Alice in Wonderland and some Finding Dory and stuff. Where's your excitement level on that stuff?
I'm pretty excited, particularly with Finding Dory, to see how they integrate that into the existing game, because as you know, they're all fish and they swim and they're not physically grounded by legs, and so it'll be interesting to see. And they don't have opposable thumbs and such, so we'll see how they interact with the toy box in the world. But that playset should be pretty great, and it's supposed to drop at the end of June, I believe, right? Just prior to the film. And then the new Alice in Wonderland figures are coming out, and I think that the Alice looks really great. I think she's a really nice blend of original Alice and new Alice. I think that they kind of did a little bit of service to both, and the new Time figure looks incredible. There's been a little bit of leaks because of some bad bugs in the game where people have been able to access some character images and whatnot. And now Time is actually in the toy box. You can play him as a boss, and he's got some really cool moves and stuff. It makes me excited. Did you like the original Alice in Wonderland flick?
I just rewatched it again, the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland movie. My dog is running around behind me here. He wants to play. If anybody has watched my live streams, they know that like once I start live streaming, Scout, my little puppy, decides that it's time to play. So apologies if you hear like little feet pitter-pattering around. But I liked the original Alice in Wonderland. Like originally when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is kind of fun and interesting. But then I bought the Blu-ray and I rewatched it to prepare for the new movie, and I was like, wow, the effects do not hold up at all. There's way too many bad effects in it, so it doesn't have any rewatch value at all. I think I may trade in my Blu-ray and move on.
Yeah, it's unfortunately the side effect of those kind of films where 90% of it, 95% of it is blue screen. But with that said, did you see Jungle Book? Did you go out and see Jungle Book?
Haven't seen Jungle Book yet. I grabbed a Milo Monster here, by the way, for the
there he is. There he is.
So have you seen Jungle Book?
Oh, it's a phenomenal piece of work, and particularly because it's done just like Alice in Wonderland in that it's just that little boy, and everything else is pretty much blue screened around him. Pretty much everything except for what he's standing on is blue screen, and it is so wonderfully convincing and beautiful and entertaining and real that you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe that it was all animated. It's a really, really great film, for sure.
Yeah, I want to check it out. Actually, somebody invited me to check it out tonight, but because I was fooling around with this, I had to turn him down. So I'll check out the thing, and I'll bring my blue and my Disney Infinity blue in my pocket, sneak it in there or something. Let's see. We got Trevon says he's pre-ordering the Alice in Wonderland figures. All right, cool. I'm looking forward to them myself. Dan gave us 2 cents. I'm looking for the figures. Just wish there was a play set going along with those. So I'm a little more excited for the Finding Dory, because we will have a play set for that. I'm just very tired of figure only and no play sets. And every time I tweet JV or Disney Infinity online, I always go like, oh, hope you're making more play sets. Hope you're going crazy with the play sets and stuff. So play sets are bust.
That said, that the toy box master artists really do pull together some really fun and interesting, unique levels to play with, and they're definitely worth checking out within the community content. The cool stuff that they build, because some of them can be really, really fun and really involved. Not certainly a full play set worth of stuff with new assets and all that kind of stuff, but still very fun. So make sure you check out those toy boxes that are built, because there's some grade A quality content in there.
Scout's getting some shout outs in chat room there. And I see Steve Smith popped in. What's up, Steve Smith? He's a big Portal Master Skylander fan. Ois Oaken says they should make a Mowgli like Spot.
Mowgli, yep.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not going to get Tarzan, because Disney doesn't have the rights anymore. You're probably not going to get Mowgli. So just enjoy Spot and pretend he's like whatever feral child you want him to be, because that's all you're going to get.
Let me see what other questions we have. Somebody, this is an obvious one. Cy Gamer says we need Gravity Falls for Disney Infinity. Do you have any thoughts on if you'd like to see Gravity Falls and why we haven't seen one yet?
Well, I think that when shows like that end, while we are made aware of it just a few months ago that Gravity Falls was over, they knew Gravity Falls was over a bit before that. And I think that that's a bit of a given. And so I know that they probably knew that it wasn't going to continue, and so they decided not to make any. But who knows? We might see. I mean, we got Phineas and Agent P. We can certainly perhaps hope out for some Gravity Falls figures, and we've got the power discs. We've got some Gravity Falls power discs, which is a good indicator. When there's power discs for a particular franchise or character, it increases the odds, I think, exponentially. If you look at Infinity versions as they move through, look at how the power discs play out, see how many Mulan power discs there were, and now boom, we've got a Mulan figure. So we've got some Gravity Falls power discs. I think it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility, but people have to remember that Disney Infinity is as much a gaming platform as it is a kind of joint marketing kind of adventure for Disney franchises and properties as they're released. And quite honestly, I would rather see them give me a Genie figure, or give me some more classic Disney, and not worry about Gravity Falls, if I have to be entirely honest.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I feel like, classic, like it's called Disney Infinity, and I feel like we're still kind of, like, hey, where's the Disney figures, the originals, the classics? Where's the playset for those classic characters and figures? So, Gravity Falls right now, if you're a fan of Gravity Falls, you get a bunch of power discs. You can play as Mabel's little cat mitten kittens, fits, whatever it's called. And we'll see. Maybe down the road, something like that will happen. People are talking in chat about wanting to see Deadpool. That'll probably never happen.
Sorry, folks. That will not happen.
And then somebody asked about if you'd like to see Muppets. So you have behind you a big giant Muppets collage. Do you have like a top 3 favorite Muppets? Can I put you on the spot before we wrap things up here?
I do. I'm a big fan of Muppets. I am in fact a puppeteer myself. I have all kinds of awesome Kermit memorabilia. I'm a big Kermit fan. I've got a couple big figures over there. I've got boxes and boxes of Muppet merchandise. It's kind of ridiculous. I would love to see the Muppets in there, and who knows, we might see it with the retooling of the show. It might get a little bit more popular, and we might get to see some Muppets. Who knows?
So wait, so introduces this character you're showing off here. We've got a black furry character with big giant eyeballs. What is he or she's called? And can we get a shout out or something to one of the live streamers in puppeteering?
Yeah. This is Bernard. He's one of my favorite little puppet guys. He's actually brown, but the lighting, I guess, is kind of bad here. We don't don't have any good lighting here. So, but he's Bernard. He's a smooth operator. He's a little monster guy. I love him. He's one of my favorites. So, yeah, this is Bernard. One of my many puppets. I have too many puppets. I do, don't I? You do, yes. But but this is just one of my little guys. He's easy because he's just a little bag, just a little more or less a glorified sock puppet. But so it's easy to transport around, throw in a bag, take me with him, moving around, So, but this is Bernard. He's a fan favorite on the puppet podcast that we do. So
can Bernard give a shout out to, let's see, Trevin Yates has been active in chat.
Trevin, what's going on, man? Hey.
Is Bernard the voice of you, or does Bernard have like a separate voice?
Bernard is pretty much me. I mean, he just morphs right into my beard. And he just disappears. So yeah, Bernard is my voice. I'm not one for voices, Rob. So
I'm putting on the voice. All right, we'll jump. So tell me your top 3 Muppets now. So who are they?
Top 3 Muppets. I really like. We're talking about the Muppets. I'm a big fan of Kermit. He's just classic. You gotta love him. You can't beat him. I am a massive fan of Gonzo. He's just a pure, ridiculous character, just absolutely ridiculous. And Fozzie. Fozzie's just you can't beat Fozzie. So.
Yeah, good.
What about you? What about your favorite?
Good choices.
those are my favorite core Muppets. I've got a lot of favorite obscure Muppets like New Zealand, but what are your favorite Muppets?
Definitely, probably the two, the Miss Piggy and Kermit. Always. And then Fozzie's great. I'll go with Sam. Sam's the dog that plays piano, right?
He sure is.
Yeah, I'll go with Sam as like a third choice.
Yeah, Sam. No, wait, Sam. Sam is the eagle.
Sam's the eagle. Ralph is the dog. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the chat, and I've got a puppet on my hand. I'm very distracted.
I've got a little dog on my thing too, looking for attention. So
Sam is the eagle. Ralph is the dog.
Okay, Ralph the dog. I've turned out to be a terrible Muppets fan. It's been a while since I've watched some Muppets.
You are. Do you want me to move so you can see the poster? So. I'm actually collecting all these.
I should have said Beaker. That's what I should have said. I'm a big fan of Beaker. How could I not say Beaker?
Beaker is the best. I'm a big fan of Beaker. He's great. So yeah, I love them all. Muppets 3D, of course, is gone out there in Disneyland. So that's a bit of a bummer. But in Magic and MGM, they're apparently building it up. They're getting it all Muppety. Apparently, there's a Muppet Cafe coming. I'm pretty excited about that. So we'll see.
Well, cool. Well, let me sign things off. We talked some Nintendo NX, some Plants vs. Zombie Garden Warfare 3, some Disney Infinity, some Muppets, some of Freddy the football Funko guy there. Shout outs to everybody in chat, and thanks so much for watching. And make sure you check out Dan's website and YouTube channel. I'm a big subscriber to his YouTube channel. There's a lot of fun videos on there. What's your next video coming up? Do you know?
Yeah, in fact, I've been a little bit addicted lately to be playing through some toy boxes that are recreations of rides in all the Disney parks. And so I recently did a mashup of Spaceship Earth, the ride inside the Epcot ball, and the actual ride audio that goes along with it. So that'll be kind of fun. It pairs up beautifully. I'm a big fan of watching Disney rides on YouTube when I get the longing for a Disney trip when I can't go because I live so far away. So I'm a big fan of the Disney rides. So that's what's coming out next. So check me out, Disney Infinity Codes on YouTube and DisneyInfinityCodes.com, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. I am Disney Infinity Codes. That's me.
All right, thanks a bunch. This is kind of a new thing, guys. If you're new to CoinOpTV, also hit subscribe. And this video will be archived on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoinOpTV. What I'm going to try and do is some more podcasting, just kind of reach out straight to you guys directly, maybe a couple news items, maybe a special guest like Dan or some of my other awesome Portal Masters, Disney Infinity gamers that are out there. We'll see who we can grab. So thanks a bunch for watching. You guys are great. Thanks for the support, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.
Bye.